What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to change out a radiator on a 2007 Kia Spectra. Let's go. Alright, so this radiator is actually cracked right here. It's a common place for where the radiator cracks on these Spectras. I already got my order, or I got my part from Napa. Right now we're going to jack it up. First thing we're going to do is jack it up because we're going to go under to release the coolant to kind of like flush it out, or empty it out. And then we're going to remove this battery and then we're going to remove this hose, and then we're going to remove the clips. There should be 1, 2 for the fans, and then the bottom hose and the last lines later on, and then of course this. So let's get to it. Let's start. So first thing you're going to want to do is take out the two 10mm bolts here, and then these screws that take out this splash shield guard. We're gonna have to remove that. We're gonna remove the splash shield guard so we can drain the coolant. All right, so as you can see why we're changing the radiator, we have a crack and it's leaking. So I'm gonna look at this. We're looking for this. We're gonna unscrew that so it can drain, and we're gonna let it drain for like 20 minutes, and then so you're just gonna remove this part by unscrewing it. Have your drip pan ready because it'll splash out. Also, it's nice to push a little pressure in there so that way when you're ready to pull it, you can pull it out. And we're just gonna let that bad boy drain. From here, you're going to want to remove the negative terminal because you're going to also be touching wires. If you open this, all your coolant will splash out. So just let it run. Just let it drip for a bit. But we're going to go remove this. All right. So as it's dripping, if I break open this reservoir cap, it should splash out a lot more. We just cracked a little loose, and we're just gonna let it drip. While that drips and collects, give it 20 minutes. Remember to flush that radiator out real nice. This is also how you can flush out a radiator if you're gonna do a radiator flush, but we're changing the whole radiator, but we need to take out the coolant. So we're gonna give it 20 minutes, come back at it. We're letting it drain. Get yourself some channel locks and remove this clamp. Okay, yeah, that should be good. Left and right to break it free of the hose. Just gonna put it over there to the side real fast. We're also gonna remove this for the reservoir. Okay, it's not that bad, it's not that hard. Again, you could use a thing to crimp it, turn it sideways, and get it loose. All right, just like that to break it loose. And give it some pull. Don't grip on this too hard, okay? Just that. And just remove it from. There you go. Put that also to the side. You could pop it up and leave it right there. You don't need it right now. We're gonna be working on this, and we're gonna move this. Remember to save this. You do need this if your part doesn't come with it, the radiator cap. So we removed this radiator cap, we removed the top upper hose, and we removed the reservoir hose. Now we're just going to remove these clips. We're going to remove this. It's a little tab right here. Pull, push it down, and then pull. Just like that. You got the one connector free. Now you got the other connector for the fan. Get that one free. And like I said, Anything that we do with electronics, we're gonna always want to take out the battery, so that's the reason why we took out that battery. You could also pull this out here, and then there should be another one right there. So 3 connectors you're gonna want to get loose for the fan, and then you can start removing these 3 10mm bolts and 4 right here. There's also a clip here. Hate that. If you have a thing, just pop it out. These are for the fans. This one comes with 2 cooling fans. Careful, this has a nut here. You don't want to lose that as well. You might need it for the new part if it doesn't come with it. And the fan here should come off. All you gotta do is pull it like that. So there's these hoses, and they're held by these zip ties. 1, 2, maybe 3. So we're gonna go cut it off. We could replace it with another zip tie later. Hopefully that's it. Okay, so now for the last fan here. It looks like it's still connected to this, but you can push forward and pull up. One more fan. All right, so we got the 2 fans loose, and now all you need to do is take out that hose, as well as this one and the lower hose, as well as this one. And then there's going to be 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3. Remove the clips, just so you can remove the hose. Show you the new part while I'm at it, so you know what hoses we took off. So now we're gonna take out the lower, this transmission lines, and this one. We're gonna remove these 1 through 3, and then the 3 screws that hold it down. Having the new part right by its side will kind of give you a heads up of knowing what to take out. So if you look it up over here, it's gonna be that hose, lower bottom hose, that one that we got loose as well. We just gotta break that through, and then this line right here. Yeah, just pull it up, these lines. We're just gonna remove that bolt down there and the other 2. These are 10mm bolts as well. Just want to get them loose. We're gonna have one more screw right near the lower radiator hose. So we got the 3 bolts loose. Now we're just gonna use this 12, and we're gonna break this one loose. This is a cap that holds this in. We're gonna break those both loose, so that way we could pull out the radiator. Keep that right there, and you'll be ready to pull out the radiator. So that's the old, you can see it, and this is the new. The new one is missing the foam, so we're going to remove this foam. It keeps it from the vibration. We're going to remove this foam and put it on the other side so we can reuse it. So these rubbers, they keep it from vibrating and moving around. You got to put it there, lock it in, and then we'll put the thing back. Stay like that first. And then try to line it up with the denser as well. Put this in later. Okay, so from now, after we got it in, I put some screws there. I put the screws back, but I didn't tighten it yet. But I'm gonna tighten this so it holds to the bracket with this other, what's that, fins. We're gonna put this foam over here back just to keep it from vibrating like crazy. And then we're gonna put the fans back. So we're gonna tighten this one first. It helps out, and then you do the 3. To help you align it. Oh, don't fall down. There you go. Should hold your radiator in place now a little more better, and the foam is there to keep it from vibrating like crazy. You go ahead and tighten those screws down, the 12mm bolt screws. 3 screws from earlier. Tighten them down. From here, you could go ahead and return back the lines that you took out earlier. So not the top hose, okay? Just the other lines that you removed. Just gotta plug it in, put it back to where it was, where it came, and then the bottom lower hose as well. So we got the 3 bolts in. We got the 12mm clips that hold the radiator in as well. We just got to tighten this one down and that one right there. And then we got the lower hose in, and we got the other 2 line hoses in. Now we're just going to put back the fans. The fans are going to be the same deal. How you took them out is how you're going to put them back in. So there's going to be these clips. I'll show you in a bit. Okay. Don't force it because you don't want to scratch your fins. But yeah, there's these hooks, like 1, 2, there's 3 and 4. You just hook them on back and it should sync perfect. Snugged. Now we're just gonna put the bolts in this one. Oh wait. Yeah. We're gonna put the other fan back and then we'll snug it in. The second fan, again, there's your 2 things that it's supposed to lock into. All right. Now you're just gonna get the screws and put it back. So we're gonna tighten these 1, 2, and 3. But you can go ahead and put in your upper radiator hose. I'm gonna cramp that. So yeah, just put it like that. And tighten down these 10mm bolts that hold the fans in. 10mm bolts that hold these 2 fans in to the radiator. You can go ahead and put back your connectors. You can go ahead and attach 3 connectors plugged in. Your reservoir hose, you can plug that in. From here, you go ahead and fill this up. We have a funnel here, and then we're going to start pouring in our brand new coolant. As you're doing this, you're going to want to squeeze the hoses because you're going to have to purge out the air bubbles. And you squeeze all the hoses. I'll do the lower one later. Our thing is full. We're going to start it up. What we're going to do is start up the car. And we're going to put it on heat, on high. We're going to let it run for 20 minutes. And you're going to see it purge down. We'll put more as more needed and kind of squeeze the hoses as well. Put the battery back. And then we'll give it a go. All right, we got the car started. We're going to let it do its thing. Air out some bubbles for a bit. We're going to let it run on 20 minutes on high. All right, so you're going to leave it on high. And we're going to let it blast its thing, man. Super high, maxed. Okay? And we're gonna leave it be. You're gonna hear it cycle, but we're also gonna be adding more coolant as it goes, you know? This is how you purge the system of bubbles. There, that's the fan's going. Be careful where you put your hands. You put your hand there, you're just gonna lose your hand. Bottom hose over here. Of course, don't do that when it's really hot. Just fast kind right now. I'm gonna let it do its thing. It's running. It should run every 20 seconds. And shut off and then do again. We're gonna put more coolant as needed, but this is how you purge out the air from your system. We're gonna be putting in more coolant as well. You don't really need the funnel anymore, but we're gonna burp it. We're just leaving it. You see all these air bubbles. I don't know if you can see it. There's tiny air bubbles from when I do that to the hose. What we're trying to do is purge out the air. We're gonna let it run for a while, and then we're gonna add as needed of coolant, and then we're gonna put some more in the reservoir, and then we should be done after we cap it off. Leave that be for a solid 20 minutes. 20 to 15 minutes. All right, while it's on heat, like on high, the heat is on high, keep an eye out on your temperature. You don't want it ever passing that middle line because you know you're overheating. But that's why we're leaving on 20 minutes to see how it goes, as well as watch the temperature. Right now it's been 12 minutes. It's not rising up. That's a good sign. We're gonna burp the system one more time, like open it up, squeeze the hoses, and then fill it up if it needs. After it's done, it's gonna push all the coolant into the reservoir because the pressure. So don't worry about that if it has a little spills. From here, just let it be first, and then you can put back the cover, the splash shield guard under, and you guys should be done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of how to do radiator change in a 2007 Kia Spectra. Check out my other videos for Kia Sportages and Spectras and Versas and more up here. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment down below if you think, if you want to talk some shit, or what you think, if you need any help. I don't care how old this video is. I'm down to help you. I reply to every comment, trust me. Subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe if you didn't. Subscribe if you did like this video. And if you don't, get the fuck out of here. But thank you guys for watching. That's how to change out a radiator on 2007 Kia Spectra. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. I'm out.